Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany, and in today's video I have a very fun video to film for you all. So whenever I saw Urban Decay release the Wild Greens palette, I was like, oh, that color story, I need it in my life. It is so pretty. But I don't like Urban Decay formula, so I was like just trying to think. I was like, Brittany, you don't need it, you don't need it, you don't need it. And I was like, think about some palettes that would, you know, in your collection, or something that you can purchase that you would love. And guys, I know exactly what palette I was gonna get. These are the two Natasha Denona minis. This is her mini gold, and this is her mini Zendo. I mean, look how stunning. And if you put these together, this is like the Urban Decay Wild Wild Greens palette. You can create the same looks that the Wild Greens palette could create, only a better formula. I do not own the Wild Greens palette, but I'm letting you know, I already know this formula is going to be 110 times better than Urban Decay, but that's just my opinion. So if you want to see how I created this look, then please subscribe to my channel, go get a snack, get comfy, and let's hang out. So my base is done, and I just wanted to show you kind of some of the face products I was using in case you're curious. So I set my face using this finish powder by Hourglass. I just popped right on into that. It's absolutely beautiful. And then I jumped into this Benefit, the 4-Scope Earth Angel palette, and I bronzed with Hoola, and then I used Cookie as my highlighter, and I used this beautiful blush. It smells so good. And then I topped Georgia all over the blush and the highlighter just to give it kind of like that peachy effect. So jumping into the eye look today, I'm going to show you the palettes that I'm going to be using. This is the mini Natasha Denona gold palette and the Zendo palette. These are absolutely so beautiful. They have been on my loves list for literally since they have come out. I love them so much. So I do have like the other size. So I do have the midi size Zendo. So I'm just going to kind of hold that up and compare just so you can see. So here's the big one and here's the little mini, and I can definitely see where, you know, she got this inspiration from. And I will also show you the gold palette as well. So the big palette is discontinued. I got mine on Poshmark, and this is what the inside looks like right here. And here is the little mini. I think these palettes are going to pair so well together. So my game plan going into this is doing some of the greens and golds on the lid and going in with some of the peach tones on the bottom. But I'm going to go in with the greens first. I'm just going to get like a nice big fluffy brush. I'm going to use this one from the Blinged Brushes, the Starry Nights collection. And I'm going to first go into this shade right here for just like a transition. And I'm filming this on Monday. This video will go up on Tuesday. And I cannot get over the halftime show on the Super Bowl. That was amazing. I absolutely loved, you know, the 90s music. It was just like such a good vibe for me. And absolute, like the star of the show was Eminem for me. I'm so glad that he performed. And it was just so awesome. Like when he kind of like took a knee at the end. I just love doing eyeshadow because I love the whole process. I just love blending. I could blend for days. So right off the bat, this is Blending Like a Dream. I mean, it's exactly what I expected from Natasha Denona. Now, all you neutral girls out there, I'm just going to let you know that that shade right now, it's not like too green, you know what I mean? So it's a perfect transition shade, and it's more of like, kind of like a khaki, you know. It's got a small hint of green, but for the most part it's just like a neutral brown. In my opinion, it's not pulling too green on my skin tone, but I mean, this is blending out perfect. That's what I love about Natasha Denona's formula. I'm going to be doing a video soon, but spoiler alert, Natasha Denona has my favorite eyeshadow formula. It's amazing. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below what brand has your favorite formula. I would absolutely love to know because I might want to try them. Okay, so the transition shade is laid down. Now I want to pop into the mini Zendo palette and go in with more of this like soft pink shade and just kind of pop that like a little bit out here just so a little bit of peach will show through on the top. And today it is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. When you will be seeing this, it will not. But I'm super excited for my daughter to get home from school because she's got so many goodies. I know she's going to be really excited. This Zendo palette, if you're curious, the formula is really good. Now, I do get a little bit of kick up in this shade. Normally with her formula, you don't get a lot of kick up. But I'm just blending this in with that beautiful green, just so it's kind of a little bit peachy. So next, I'm going to pop into this shade right here. This is kind of like a mossy kind of green, and I'm going to take the blinged brushes. This is the E12 blending brush, so I'm gonna go into that, and I'm not getting hardly any kick up at all on these shadows. So this shade is layering really good on top of those other transition shades. I'm just putting it in the outer corner, and it is like a beautiful cool tone mossy green. I absolutely love this shade. What are your favorite eyeshadow colors to wear? Mine are like, obviously I'm a neutral girl, but I really do love greens, especially with my green eyes. I'm just kind of like curious what colors y'all are interested in. Like every day, are you a neutral girl or do you love color? Because either way, eyeshadow is just fun. You know, at the end of the day it washes off, but there's just something about a green shadow that I absolutely love, and this palette I have wanted for so long, and man, it is not disappointing me. So I'm just going to go in and do that on the other eye now. Just kind of build it up. First I get it on my brush, and then I just kind of like, you know, pat pat, and then I slowly blend it out. And if y'all know Urban Decay, man, their formula, it takes forever and ever to blend because it's not very pigmented, so you're having to build and build and build, and then the shimmers are just so lackluster. Like, you hardly get anything, so you're just like getting fallout all over your face. I have tried the Naked 3 palette from them, and it was just a kind of a dud for me. I love the color story, but the formula was such a mess, and it was too expensive, so it kind of like, I don't know, rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, I am not trying to spend that much money on a palette when it doesn't perform well. But that's why I went to Miss Natasha Denona, because I have been interested in this color story for so long, and I knew it would just be amazing. So I'm going to try to keep this green kind of more on like the outer part, and I'm just kind of building it up and blending in with that khaki, just so we don't have any harsh lines. So whenever like a new palette comes out, are you like the first one to like jump for it and get it, or are you like the type of person that will try to dupe it out in your collection? For the most part, I will try to reach into my collection and see if I can get a similar color story, just to kind of like save some money, unless I'm really interested. Now, like if it's a Natasha Denona palette, I'm buying it. I'll buy it and then ask questions later. And I can do some more looks with these palettes, you know, if that is something you're interested in. If you need some inspiration, or if you have these in your collection, you know, are you wanting to pick them up? I am trying to slowly but surely collect the Natasha Denona minis. There's still a few that I am interested in. Y'all have been recommending the Viva palette to me. Don't you worry, she will be in my collection. Not yet, but she will be in my collection. I don't know when. You know, I'm just saying, okay, Natasha Denona on Sephora, she has sales all the time. Like, for example, the mini Tropic palette from her. Let me show you. I have like the big daddy right here, but I just wanted to show y'all, like, she has a mini with these shades, and that is on sale right now for $12.50. So if you're interested in that, then please, you know, hurry up and pick it up, because I don't know how much longer it will be available. I know she just did a sale on the Lila palette. I don't think that's on sale anymore, but all the time, like, she has sales. You just have to like jump on it whenever you get it. That's kind of what I do with her minis. Whenever they go on sale, I snag them up. And I just wanted to let y'all know that these palettes got here super fast from Sephora, and I was like, wow, I was in shock. Like, they got here 2 days earlier than they were expected. And the packaging, I keep all my unicartons to my palettes, and this is like a soft matte finish. The black, I don't know, it's like the little things. This packaging is so satisfying. Here's the Zendo. It's just kind of like that metallic, but this one is like that soft matte. I don't know, I think it's really, really pretty packaging. So we are going to jump back into the gold palette, and I am going to add this beautiful green onto the outer part of my lid. I have to use it. That green has been calling my attention. Like, I just got to get it on my lids right now. So I'm going to get a fluffy brush. and I'm going to show you how I apply my shimmers. So this is just the brush. You can use any fluffy brush. I'm going to just kind of like tap in to that green and get some on the brush. And then what I'm going to do next, I'm going to get my setting spray and just spray it so we have very minimal fallout. And the reason why I do that is because if you apply this with a fluffy brush and you set it with a setting spray, it does not enhance the texture on your lid. So I have fine lines, wrinkles, I have hooded eyes, so I do have some texture. And if you just go into a shimmer with your finger and you dab it on your lid, sometimes it can kind of get a little chunky and kind of stick to your like imperfections on your eyelid. So that's why I like to use a blending brush, and also it disperses the pigment all to your eye and you get so much more dimension other than just like laying it flat on your lid. I learned that technique from Heather Austin, and whenever I saw her do it, I was like, she's crazy, she's gonna get fallout all over her face. No, she didn't, and I tried it, and guess what? I have been doing it ever since. I absolutely love that technique. So now I'm not insecure about putting a shimmer shade, like metallic, all over my lid because it doesn't enhance my texture. So if any of you have textured lids out there, just try, you know, make sure you spray your brush with some setting spray or else you will get fallout. But as long as you set it, typically you will not have any fallout. And also after you, so never spray your brush first and then go into your pan because you'll get like it will mess up your eyeshadow. So always spray after you get the pigment onto your brush. Just like a little side note, because I completely ruined my not my subculture, but my sultry palette from ABH because I would always spray before. So just keep that in mind. Wow, this green is so stunning. How beautiful. And I know some people, they don't like to get shimmer in the lids. Give me all the shimmer, you know, it's fine. It adds more dimension. And I think it looks beautiful and messy all at the same time. So I'm into just a shimmery crease. So next, I don't know, I'm trying to debate. Do I want to put a peach on the inner corner or the gold? I think I'm going to go with gold. So I'm going to put this all over the inner corner. And just like a note, okay, so if you layer that gold over the green, you would get like a beautiful lime grassy green. So, but I'm just going to layer it on the lids and it will kind of give me more of like a gold look. Okay, so we're going to go into this on the inner corner. Wow. That is stunning. Wow. I'm in love with that shade. How beautiful. And it just blends so well into that green. So these greens are getting me super excited because my husband bought me for Valentine's Day the Odin's Eye and Anelica Nyquist palette that they did in collaboration. And it's called the Hella palette. And let me just tell you, I'm so excited to get that palette. It is definitely out of my comfort zone, I'm not gonna lie. But that's just like the fun part of makeup. Like, you can wear whatever color you want because guess what? It washes off at the end of the day. It's fine. It's just makeup. It'd be really interesting to see how long it will take to get here because it's coming all the way from Sweden. So, oh Lord, it's gonna, hopefully it doesn't take too long because I'm really excited and I'm very impatient. So next we are going to jump to the bottom lash line and I'm going to pop into this beautiful Zendo palette and I'm going to get like a packing brush and pop into this little baby pink, and I'm also going to use this shade on the end just to kind of build it up. So first we're going to go into the lighter shade. I'm going to run that all over the bottom, so from inner all the way to outer. Oh man, this Anastasia brush, they are just as bad as Morphe in my humble opinion, because I also have the highlighting brush from them, like the A23 or whatever. This gets all over my face. I don't like it. I just am not a fan. I'm in love with my blinged brushes from this Starry Nights collection. I have had that on my wish list for so long. That was my Christmas present and I absolutely love it. Now I'm going to pop into the darker shade and just kind of put that more on the outer edge for some dimension. Something that I love about Natasha Denona is that even though like I'm going and bouncing back from two palettes and blending like shimmers all over the place in the crease and, you know, packing these shades on, there's no fallout. That's what I love about her formula. Like, you'll get very minimal fallout. And even though they're two different palettes, they blend so well into one another. That's what I love about Natasha Denona. It's like foolproof. Okay, so next, like, you could stop here, but I want to get this look a little bit darker and more grungy because it's my goal to use all these shades, and that's what we're gonna do. So I'm going to pop into this shade right here and darken my outer edge for some more dimension, because I love a dark grungy look. So I'm going to take a packing brush. Now this shade is not a matte, it's kind of got a little bit of shimmer to it, so I'll probably get a little bit of fallout with it, but that's fine. So this has nothing to do with the quality of the formula. This is me blending a shimmer on my outer edge. So if I get fallout, it's because it's my fault, not Natasha's. So I'm just going to kind of like stamp, stamp, stamp until I get the amount of pigmentation that I desire, and just kind of pat that up. But I don't want this dark grunginess to take over the entire look, so I'm going to be very careful not to get too carried away and take it all the way on the inner. Okay, that is beautiful. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. I just love these green shadows on my green eyes. It looks so beautiful. And if you have brown eyes, heck, even if you have blue eyes, any color eyes, this will look so pretty on you. I'm going to pop back into that beautiful light peachy pink right here, and I'm going to put that back into my crease because I don't want to lose that. I'm going to keep it in my crease just so the look is a little bit more cohesive, and kind of work that in from inner to outer. I don't want it like to take over the look. I just want it like to kind of like peekaboo out at you, you know what I mean? Okay, so now we're going to go back down to the lower lash line, and I'm going to pop into this dark shade right here, kind of like what I did on the top. I'm just going to do it on the very outer for some more depth. Once again, this is a shimmer shade, so I'm just going to be kind of careful with it. But oh man, this was such a good decision. This is what the look needed. Just to blend the top with the bottom. I love the look of a olive tone with a peachy tone. Man, it just looks so good. Like, that's what I had in mind for her. Oh my gosh, I just dropped everything. BRB. Okay, I'm back. So that's what I had in mind for her retro palette. So this is the retro palette. This is what I had envisioned for this palette. I just thought it was going to be like olives, khakis, peaches, like duochrome, silvers, like grays, kind of like her mini retro, which I'm gonna get. Just give me some time. I don't know. Either way, it's still a beautiful palette, but it just kind of threw me off. I was like, what in the world? Okay, well that's pretty too. Okay guys, I have 2 more steps. So we're gonna do, I've got to pop into this beautiful peach. I'm going to take it on my finger, and I'm going to put that on the first like third of the lower lash line. Now, some people don't like to use a shimmer on the lower lash line, but I love it. It just makes your eyes look more awake. In my opinion, the look is not complete until I use a shimmer on my lower lash line. It just, I don't know, for me it just makes the look. Last step I'm going to do for the eye look is add inner corner. So I want to add this silver with a little bit of that gold from the green palette right here. So I'm just going to mix the two. Now this step, you are more than welcome to add like a beautiful like champagne. That would be very pretty. But I just really want like a fun pop on the inner corner today. But if you're just looking for more of like a neutral look, you could just add a champagne. We're just going to pop that in the inner corner. And that just really added to the look. And I'm going to connect that all the way to the top, down to the bottom. Those two colors, like you wouldn't think like silver and gold to add them together, but I don't know, it just did like, it just has such a pretty effect on the inner corner. So now I'm going to pop into the face palette that I used today and take this shade Cookie and just kind of like put it on the brow bone to kind of like lift the look because it's such a dark, grungy look. So I'm going to get this blinged brushes. This is the E14. And I'm going to pop that on, not too much because this is a very pigmented highlighter, just to add a little bit of a lifted look to the eye. I'm going to add this Tarte Fake Away eyeliner on my lower lash line, and I'm going to add some mascara. This is the Essence of the False Lash Mascara, and I'll be right back with the finished look. Alright guys, so this is a finished look, and I'm so happy with these two palettes. This look is exactly what I had in mind today. I'm just going to get like real close and personal so you can kind of see the look that I created. I am so obsessed with these two palettes. I cannot wait to continue to play with them. Let me just zoom you out real quick. These two palettes are absolutely amazing. I knew they would be because they were Natasha Denona formula, and that is exactly why I bought them. I cannot wait to continue to play with these because you can get so, like, this little palette is so versatile. You can get like a very dark, deep, grungy look. You can get a very neutral look. I'm just so excited to continue to play with this, and also mix this with my gold, like the big gold palette, and this little Zendo right here. This is so pretty. I love this pop of silver. I honestly don't have too many silvers in my collection. I'm a sucker for a good peach. Like y'all know, I'm always always looking for a good peach shadow. This palette is so beautiful. Like you can even get this to grungy with, if you use this dark purpley plum to deepen it out. Like it can get real dark, and I'm so excited to continue to play with this. I'm just really excited to have these in my collection. Like I said, they've been on my loves list forever. Like I'm not kidding. And I finally, like, when I saw that Urban Decay palette, I was like, I just had these in the back of my mind. I was like, I know a perfect dupe palette for that. So my first impressions with these two beautiful palettes is that the formula is bomb. I already knew it would be because Natasha Denona never disappoints. Now I absolutely love how these two palettes, even though that they were super mini size, you can go super dark to super light. I absolutely love the depth. I love the range. I love a palette that can take me super daytime or like a dark, deep, grungy date night look. So for me, this look is very wearable. Like I would wear this out, but regardless, you can get such a different variations within these two palettes, and I love that. I hope you all enjoyed this look that I created today. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below. Did you pick up the Urban Decay palette? Are you going to pick up these two palettes, or do you already have a palette in your collection that you can get a similar look with? So please let me know in the comments down below. Would you like to see more looks with these? You know, I can just do a video on the gold. I can just do a video on the Zendo. But regardless, these palettes are bomb. This formula is amazing. Wherever you are in the world, I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye, guys.